Hello 7th and 8th grade violinists. This is Skill Builder 10, and this week we're going to continue looking at a day at Disneyland. Now last week we made it all the way from measure 1 to the end of measure 37, so this week we're going to pick up where we left off at measure 38 and make it all the way to the end of measure 58. Today we're looking at a melody called The Great Outdoors. I would expect that probably most of you have never heard this tune before. In fact, I had never heard it, and I don't think any of the high schoolers had heard it before either. So if you'd like to hear the original, you can go on YouTube and search The Great Outdoors Disneyland. That will get you to the correct tune. But remember, I also have the little snippets of each part of our arrangement. So I have a video of just The Great Outdoors with all of our parts, and then you can also find just the violin 2-part to practice with as well. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching your Skill Builder. I'm here in my kitchen because we are going to play a game this week called What's in Miss Allen's Fridge. You all have until the next day 1, that means by 11:59 p.m. on day 6, to send me an email with a guess of 5 things that are in my refrigerator. Whoever guesses the most things correct will win a prize. So make sure you email me your guesses before the next day 1. And let's get back to the Skill Builder as well. So let's jump right into this, and just like last time, the first 2 things we're going to look at are the key signature and the time signature, because those do change throughout the piece, and often they change at the start of a new section. So each time we look at a new section, we want to look at those things and see if they're the same or if they have changed. So let's start with the time signature. Now in this case, the time signature actually changed in measure 36, and we talked about this last time. We go from 6/8, that new time signature, to 4/4, which is the most common time signature and the one that you should be the most comfortable playing in. And The Great Outdoors is in 4/4 the whole time, so we don't have to worry about any of that 6/8 stuff, which should be maybe a relief to you if you were struggling with that, although I will say everyone did a really, really nice job. I was very impressed with how well we did with 6/8. But you don't have to worry about that this week. We are in 4/4 the whole time. Now let's take a look at the key signature. I'm looking at measure 38, and maybe you're looking at this saying, I think they forgot to write the key signature in. I don't see any sharps or any flats. Well, actually, that is the key signature. Nothing is sharp and nothing is flat. So that would mean that everything is natural. This is called the key of C major, when there aren't any sharps or any flats. Now, as a string player, this is really going to affect 2 notes for you, your Fs and your C's, because we are used to playing those notes sharp. So anytime, unless there is an accidental, anytime you get to an F or a C, we have to play those as F natural and C natural, low 2 on the D string and the A string. And I know we've been working on some low 2s in another piece we are doing in class, and so that has prepared you for being able to do this well. So actually, right off the bat, because you have 6 measures of rest, there's a little cello and bass melody that happens at the beginning. But when you come in at measure 44, that first note is an F, and you should think, oh, remember, there were no sharps and no flats in this key signature. That means my first note is an F natural. So we can get measures 44 and 45 out of the way really quickly. These are super easy. These are 2 whole notes, 4-beat notes, F natural and E. Let's just, for the sake of saying we practice them, let's play those 2 notes. Set your fingers down for an F natural. 1, 2, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. And you do that with all of the violins. You can watch me. I will cue you in when it's time, because you do have a very long section of rest. But then you just play those 2 whole notes and wait for your next part at the pickup to measure 48. So let's look there, because as you can see, this is a little bit more complex than those whole notes. So at measure 48, the violin 1s, that's all of my high school violinists, are playing the melody. And you, as our second violinist, have a harmony that fits with that melody. And for the most part, your bow is actually moving at the same time as theirs. If you go and watch that movie or that video of everyone playing together, you'll see that for the most part, the first and second violin parts have the same rhythm, but different pitches. And so that will kind of help you, because the high schoolers have been working on this for a while. They're very solid on that rhythm. You can kind of listen to them to make sure that you are together and follow their lead. Let me play for you from the pickup to measure 48. I want you to listen once, and then you can play it with me. And there are low 2 F naturals in this. This is what it sounds like from the pickup to 48. Listen once, and then you can play with me. going a little bit slow, but it's new. We'll do it faster later. But go ahead and try that with me, the pick up to 48. 1, 2, ready, here we go. Okay. Now, the next part, the pick up to measure 50, and I'll point out this is sort of a weird thing, but the pick up to 50 is a down bow. You may have noticed or may remember when we talked about pickups, those little notes that are in the previous measure but that belong to the next measure or the phrase in the next measure. I said that 90% of the time a pickup is going to be an up bow. Well, here's one of the 10% of the time where it's a down bow. And so this is what measures the pickup to measure 50 all the way to measure 52, but not with the pickup to measure 52. So I'll stop right before that F natural. So it sounds like this. So you can see in measure 51, there is an accidental. There's an F sharp, a sharp sign next to that first F. That means that all of the Fs after that note in that measure continue to be sharp until they've marked another F as natural. So there are actually, 51 is all Fs, right? Measure 51. The first, second, third, and fourth notes are all F sharp, and then the fifth and sixth, the last two, are natural. So that accidental stays through the measure until it's marked back as a natural. Play that with me at the pickup to measure 50. Ready, here we go. Excellent. All right, how about the pickup to 52? Let me play that for you. And I'm going all the way to measure 54. You can see there's another accidental, another F sharp. Here's the pickup to 52. It's an F natural. It sounds like this. 1, 2, 3. So nice long half notes and dotted half notes there starting at 53. Play with me from the pickup to 52. It's an F natural. 1, 2, ready, here we go. 2, 3, rest. Excellent. Let's put this all together, and I do recognize that this is some weird rhythms here, but this is one of those things, the more you listen to it, the easier it's going to get for you to play. And so listening to that recording is going to be really, really important for you to learn this section. All right? Here I am going from the pickup to 48. Pickup to 48. 1, 2, ready, here we go. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, rest. Excellent. Okay, then the pickup to measure 56. This is sort of like actually a backwards C major scale. I know some of you have learned this scale, some of you have not. We have 2 G's, and then, so it's G, G, F natural, E, D, C. 3 fingers on G. Try that with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really important that you remember that F natural. All right, and then measure 57 and 58. This is the transition into the next section. And so actually everybody has the same rhythm here, I believe, in the whole orchestra. And so you have D, C sharp, which is a high 2, C natural, which is a low 2, B, A, G, high 2, F sharp, there's an accidental there, E, D. So it sort of is a backwards D major scale with a C natural in the middle and a funky rhythm. It sounds like this. Try it with me, 57. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. We're going to play through the whole thing now. Just for the sake of not having to sit here for a million measures, we obviously are not going to practice the 6 measures of rest at measure 38. Just know that when we play it with everybody, you are going to have to count for 6 measures of rest, and we're not going to practice the whole notes at 44 and 45. So I will start right at the pickup to 48. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four. All right, so that's measures 38 through 58 in a day at Disneyland. Remember, you have all week to practice this on your own. I expect that you have spent some time working on this at home. I don't expect it to be perfect when you come to class next day one, but I do expect to be able to see that you did practice it a little bit. So all week, and then next day one, we will start to work on this in class. And of course, the more you know your part, the easier it'll be to put it together with all of the parts. Okay? Everyone have a great week. Thanks for watching the Skill Builder, and I'll see you guys in class.